All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, the recent power surge by St. Louis Cardinals designated hitter Albert Pujols has helped him etch his name in baseball lore. In the last 2 months, Pujols has hit 14 home runs, which included two on Friday night against the Los Angeles Dodgers, which now gives him 700 career home runs. Pujols joins Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, and Babe Ruth as the only players in Major League Baseball history to have hit at least 700 career homers, and it also marks the end of an era in more ways than one. Now, Pujols is set to retire at season's end, but in my opinion, it's going to be a month of Sundays before you see another hitter get 700 career homers. And honestly, for what it's worth, it's going to be a while before you see another player reach the 500 mark. Now, Detroit Tigers designated hitter Miguel Cabrera is the only other active player who currently has more than 500 career home runs. The next closest is Nelson Cruz at 459. But with the end of Cruz's MLB career coming very close, it's a long shot that he reaches 500. Now, New York Yankees outfielder Giancarlo Stanton is currently sitting on 375 career home runs, while Los Angeles Angels outfielder Mike Trout has 346. Now, Stanton is 32 years of age and Trout is 30, but injuries are beginning to take away from the effectiveness of each of these players. It's still a legitimate shot for either Stanton or Trout to get to 500. 700, definitely not. But the bottom line is, you know what? It's a very high number. And 500 is also a high number as well. And, once upon a time, that was like the gold standard for power hitters, just like 3,000 strikeouts were the gold standard for pitchers in Major League Baseball. But the game has really changed, unfortunately. I have my opinions on analytics. I know some people might agree with them, some people might disagree. That's all well and good. But first and foremost, the lost art of hitting in baseball. I mean, everybody's swinging for the fences. Everybody's not a power hitter. And then, it's just taken away from the lost art of it. I mean, Albert Pujols, for as much power as he has displayed throughout his illustrious career, he was still a solid hitter. You're talking about a guy who has more than 3,000 career hits. That's how good that Pujols is. You think about some of the sluggers over the years. A guy like Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson just had a natural power swing. It just comes. It has to come natural, and I think that's something that is really, in my opinion, breaking up the flow, if you will, as far as hitting in baseball. You got to let these things come naturally. There will never, and I repeat, never be another Albert Pujols, due to the fact of how the game has changed. And when you think about Albert Pujols as a power hitter, and he has been a premier power hitter in this game for a very long time. Him and Hank Aaron have something in common. Hank Aaron and Pujols, neither one of them ever hit 50 home runs in a season. Pujols came close several times. He hit 49 in 2006 when he finished second in the NL MVP. He hit 47 in 2009 when he won his third and last NL MVP, but he never hit 700. So that just gives you an idea of how consistent that he's been throughout his career and the type of fear that he has gone on to put in his opponents throughout his illustrious career, which will soon be winding down. And, he'll be on his way to Cooperstown. It's a darn shame, though, uh, that we're probably never going to see another guy hit 700 anytime soon, more or less 600. And 500, like I said, is a long shot for some guys. And again, that was once upon a time the gold standard. But at the end of the day, you have to respect what Pujols has done. Also, another hitter like Miguel Cabrera, you have to respect what he's done. And then on the pitching side, those who have gotten to the 3,000 strikeout mark, those who are closing in on it, because these are records or marks rather that you're not going to see touched anytime soon in the current game. But with that said, Albert Pujols will forever be in MLB lore, launching, the two shots at Dodger Stadium the other night. But you just think about some of the moon shots that he has hit over his career in various MLB parks. And the bottom line is, when he stepped up to the plate in his prime, he put fear in the heart of opposing pitchers, confidence in his teammates, and excitement in fans in the stands. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out, drop a line, and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So, once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. I am signing off, saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.